We're talking about the pressure to be smart and perfect. It's the idea behind a new show that premiered this week on Lifetime. It involves young Einsteins.
Now, it's called Child Genius and is based on a similar format of the same name out of the UK. 20 kids ages 8 to 12 are put through a grueling 8-week competition. Viewers get a behind the scenes of how hard they work to win the title of Child Genius. Oh, and it's hosted by an astronaut.
Incorrect.
466.3832.
I always tell them, people remember number 1. They don't remember number 2.
Time to study for math.
What does philanthropy mean?
Okay, when I first saw this, I thought, toddler and tiaras was bad. This is even worse. These parents are no nonsense when it comes to their kids' IQ levels.
Our producer Tyler Young in the newsroom tracking social media, and this is kind of a new trend, though, when it comes to reality TV with the MasterChef Kids version and all these different competition shows.
All these pressures on our kids.
That is true. We saw one, I think it was earlier last year. It was one about sports, and the parents were yelling at them, get out there, you better make that hole. And now they're saying, get out there, you better be smart, you better know that math problem. So I actually found a few tweets from when the show was on, and people were live tweeting, and this guy named Paris, he says, watching Lifetime's Child Genius, and I am cringing every other minute at what the cameras captured and being said between parent and child. These parents were being so cruel to their kids just to win that $100,000 college fund.
How much of that, though, is just reality TV producers saying, play it up for the camera? It's hard to believe that. I get that the actual competition part you were mentioning, Derek, it has to be real or there's consequences.
Sure.
But the part that we were seeing of the parents saying, you must drink your water and sit down and finish this math problem, it's kind of hard to believe that that's actually true. And it's a little hard to watch when the kids start crying.
But yeah, and you wonder, though, the parents may be in on it, but are they manipulating these 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds and damaging them in the process? That's what you have to wonder, especially when we're talking about this young of an age group. I don't know if you remember this, but a couple years ago, there was a little girl named Rachel Crow who was a contestant on The X Factor here in the U.S., and when she lost, she basically fell to the ground. She visibly fell out in that situation because she was, I think, 10 or 11 years old at the time. And a lot of people said, maybe you have to raise the age for some of these competition shows because of things like that. I mean, she couldn't, I mean, you can prepare a child over and over again. It's okay if you don't win, but this child collapsed on live TV.
Not just that show, Tyler, too, but even these, you know, cooking shows and all these other things involving kids, they just burst into tears when they find out that they're not advancing.
It's impossible for me to watch. I remember the Rachel Crow thing on The X Factor. I'm like, I can't watch this. This is
in
garbage.
some of the clips, you can see the kids asking to take a break, and the parents say, no, you know that the title's at stake here, you know the money's at stake, go ahead and finish up these math problems, finish the geography, and then you can move forward. There was one little boy I saw from a clip, and this is exactly what he said. He says, one special kid deserves to be crowned child genius. I guess that's not me. And then his parents are looking at him like, yeah, you're right, that's not you.
Oh, no. And then one of the moms is like, one of my 2 boys, one of you must be president one day. Talk about a lot of pressure.
and that's what I'm saying, though, because if the peak is being on this reality show, and then you don't have any of that kind of success thereafter, what kind of a life are you going to have?
I will say, though, I kind of got sucked into this show. It's like Jeopardy, featuring these kids in a little bit of drama.